We got a special guest.
Eating boba.
Boba. Hi everyone, what's up? My name is Lily. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm with my husband.
I'm Devin. That's
Yes,
me.
that's my husband, Devin. We thought we would answer today some questions because I feel like I never ever check into my small business mind with you guys very much, and it's really fun. And we both do absolutely everything for our business. We have a team of people helping us. We'd answer some questions to maybe just give you guys some more insight. Maybe you are thinking about starting a business and you're just curious, or maybe you don't have any interest in starting a small business, that you just know nothing about it, whatever. I just hope this video is interesting for you guys. And by the way, before we start, when this video is up, our online shop is also up. We've been closed for a little bit while we were moving into the warehouse, but we actually are launching today as this video goes up at 10 a.m. Central Time. So I'll put the link in the bio. You guys should check out what we have. We have a lot of new stuff coming too, so this is not it. We just kind of put what we had on the site, but we have a lot of new stuff coming. So make sure to follow me on Instagram and do all that. Okay, should we do this one?
Sure. First question. What happened to y'all's shipping team? You want to answer?
No, you can answer.
I read the question.
No.
So, we had a shipping team doing all our fulfillment for us in Virginia, and let's just say it wasn't how we expected it to go.
No. We don't want to throw anyone under the bus, and I'm sure some people have had great experiences using like fulfillment teams, but not us. It was not amazing. We used them because we were moving to Texas. So we started using them in June of last year because we were moving and we were going to be in an apartment. And honestly, guys, like, y'all are literally the best people in the entire world. And like, our launches have just grown so much, like more than I ever could have imagined. And so there was no way for us to ship and fulfill out of an apartment. And a warehouse like wasn't even an option in our brains. And to be quite honest with you guys, I think I got a little, what do people call it? Big-itis? Is that a thing? Big-itis?
Not that I've heard of.
Maybe not. But like in my brain I was like, oh my gosh, like, whoa, like everything's growing and like I don't have time for this. And that's not the case. Like, I love shipping, but I think because I wanted to start posting on YouTube, and like back then, you know, we were really working on the podcast and doing all of that, I think I just was like, you know, it would be really valuable to use that time that I was shipping and to put that towards growing on YouTube or whatever. But it's like, you also can't neglect your first baby. And for me, that is my shop. And when a shipping company is gonna ship you guys the wrong stuff, take over a week to ship out your orders, that's when I get heated. You can even probably see a change in me right now just talking about it. Like, I know you guys see like Sweet Lil, but I can get sassy and feisty, especially when it comes to you guys. Like, y'all are our world, and I'm like, you do not mess around with my customers. Some of y'all waited weeks for them to ship your order, and it's so frustrating. I wish I could just get on a plane and go to Virginia and like package the dang orders, and it was a whole thing. So basically, those were a few of our main concerns.
It just didn't feel like it was reflecting how we wanted our business to look, you know?
Yo, we're a small business. We're not Amazon. Like, we literally, you guys have changed our life, and it's like, for you guys to be waiting so long and thinking like we don't care, because we care a lot, was eating away at me. And I think because we've always been so hands-on in the business, like, it was just weird to have my new products be sent to Virginia and not me. Like, I want to open them and like be waiting for the truck and be so stoked to see them, and like I want to be surrounded by our things and like make all the like fun little TikToks I want to make and do all of that. So basically, that's the very short version. We could literally, if you guys want a story time for real, I would never say who or like go into way too much detail, but we definitely have some really funny examples and things we could
talk about it forever.
Bring up. And so that was our experience. I'm definitely glad we have a warehouse. Just know, if you had any problems with your order last year, please know, like, please know, 2021, you can place an order with us. Like, we're not scammy. We send everything, and it's not going to take weeks to go out. Like, I promise, you can trust us. We love you guys so much. So that's like our apology and explanation for that. So let's lighten it up. Okay, the next question that we're going to answer is tips for shipping at a low cost when just starting out. The reason I picked this question is because I feel like I have a lot of y'all following me that have recently started businesses and all of that, and trust me, I understand. When you're just starting, you're like, what the heck do I buy? How do I do this? And everything costs money. I guess what I've realized is time is money in a way, and for me, like, I never, for example, when you have to print shipping labels, I never did those on printer paper and then cut them out, because that's just not the vibe for me. So what I used to do when I was just starting out is I would buy bubble mailers from Target and packs, and then I would take a Sharpie and just hand write the person's address and their name on the center, of course, and then you put your address at the top. One thing to cut down on writing your own address a lot is you can get labels made, like stickers made, or you can print them in your own printer if you buy sticker paper, and you can have little stickers with your return address on there, so you could stick that on and handwrite the person's name. That's always good. And then if your business is really starting to pick up, I 100% recommend buying a Rollo like laser printer. I think, is it laser or heat? I don't remember what it is.
I feel like it's a laser.
It might be a laser, but what's really nice is you never have to buy ink for them. And they are like $160, and you do have to buy labels, but y'all, they don't mess up, and you can print so many labels at once. So I would say once your business is really starting to grow and you know your hands cramping from writing too much or whatever, they're a really great investment, especially because you don't have to buy ink. Like I think that's crucial, because if you're printing all of those labels off of your printer, that's a lot of just ink and everything. I think it's important to be mindful of that, so I would say that's important. If you're needing to buy bulk shipping supplies, we really like Uline. You can buy like 100 or a few hundred of bubble mailers, and it really helps to cut down on the cost. You definitely want to watch how much money you're putting into your shipping materials. It's important, I think, too, to divide like what you're buying by like how much, you know, that one mailer cost, how much does that thank you note cost, how much does the label cost. All of those things is really important to kind of figure out, but hopefully that's helpful. Do you think that was helpful?
Here's a quick question. Does Dev work full-time with you, or does he have another job too? Yes, I do work full-time. I do not have another job.
Have you ever considered getting an assistant or extra team member? Yes, I would love to do that. My personal goal would be, I think, amazing if we could find an assistant. If you know, the business keeps growing at the rate that it is by like the end of this year even. Of course, I don't want to say anything because it's like you can't plan this kind of stuff. Like God has a plan for all of that and just our business, but it would be really great to get some sort of help with someone that we can really trust and rely on. So that's definitely a personal goal for the future. But as of right now, it's just us. So you're literally supporting husband and wife when you shop from us, like
definitely
for real.
Something we'll look into though.
Yes, for sure. How do you balance work and personal time with your hubby? We don't.
Just all work.
No, that's not true.
Nothing but work, guys.
That's not true.
No.
Okay, our life is unconventional. We don't have set hours. It's a grind,
It's just
for
part
sure.
Part of the business.
But I think we both enjoy it so much, so it's like we don't mind going to coffee shops and getting a coffee and like bouncing ideas off of each other or dreaming about like, I don't know, ideas and things. Like I think we both find it fun, and that's the best part is I literally work with you and we get to eat lunch together. Like our schedule's the same, so we're together a lot.
We're with each other the whole day, pretty much. Like we don't leave each other's side pretty much the whole day. We have our own individual tasks, but it's like right next to each other. So
which I think is very cool. I think that's a blessing.
In terms of balance, I think we definitely still find those times to like turn off work and like just talk to each other, but
for us, cooking dinner, I think it's been nice too.
Yeah.
Because we like aren't on our phones and like I'm chopping veggies, he's like cooking the chicken or whatever, and we just like listen to music and chill. I think part of it is like my job is very heavily on social media, so I think I had to find a person that understood that, and you're okay with that. Like you don't mind me doing stories and stuff. Like you support all of that.
I think we like just the fact that we can work together.
We don't necessarily have like this perfect way of like dividing the workday and personal time, but we definitely are getting better at it, and I know we're both happy with how it is now, and I'm sure that will keep evolving with hopefully, you know, if we have help from like an assistant one day or whatever, hopefully that will continue to get even better. But I think we're just like young in our 20s and we're just vibing out, like we're having fun. So yeah. I have one for you. What is Devin's favorite part about the small biz?
The cliche answer is just being your own boss in a way, to where we can make our schedules, where we could take the morning off and work late, or we could work all morning and have a night, you know, like we could have like the weirdest work schedule ever, but it's okay because it's our business at the end of the day, and we still get the work done.
Just a few days ago, it was a Friday, and we had worked really hard this past week. We went to Mozart's. It's a coffee shop in Austin. It's like on the water. It's so pretty because it was a beautiful day, guys. It was 70, the sun was shining, and we were like, let's just go out and get a coffee. And we had burritos and went thrifting. We really didn't do much work, and I think that's really nice. Like, I'm not saying that to be like, yeah, we like don't work at all and like whatever, But it's really nice having the freedom to be like, I've worked very hard. Let me recognize that and chill for a day. But the one thing with having a small business, though, you get in the habit of doing that, the work's gonna pile up. And that's where like having a 9-to-5 job and like being on a team is so different than what we're doing now. Because like we both rely on each other. So like if I can't do something, you're gonna have to do it, or like no one else is helping us right now. So that's like the blessing and the curse if you can't handle your time. Like time management is so key. I would say that's probably one of my favorite things.
But then like on a Saturday we were here till like 8 o'clock at night just working. So it's like
literally
just balancing out those times.
But that is a good part of the business. I agree with you.
All right, I have a question for Lil. How did you get startup money?
I did not have money starting this business. My parents did not give me a check to like get going, like absolutely nothing. I worked at a food truck and stuff, and I had like some savings, I guess. But for real, my biggest tip is I did not know at all this was gonna be what it is today. I don't even know what I was doing. Like I think about it and I'm like,
I don't know.
I just had this confidence and I was like, all right, let's do it. And I'm just shocked we're like sitting here, whatever, that's like a whole other thing. I started with like 4 stickers, and I remember taking pictures of them on poster board outside my family's house, and I just started with that because to buy 4 stickers from a website was not too expensive. I mean, I still had never bought product before, so it's really scary because I didn't have a following or anything. I just kind of got stickers, and then I got prints too, which prints are inexpensive because it's just on paper, so it wasn't like I used to print at Office Depot. I think I did Office Depot. And then I would hand cut them to 8x10 myself. So I just started really small. I started with what I could afford, because if you start and go too big when you don't really know what, like I hate to say that, but it's true. Like you don't really know how fast the business is gonna grow and everything. And when I was how old? 18, 19, starting this. I didn't have tons of money to just like throw at starting a business because it's risky. Like you never know how long it's going to take for your products to sell, especially if you have like a family. There's like tons of other things to think about financially. So I would say start really small and like let those products sell, take that money that you made from those products and put it into buying new ones. That is still honestly our business model still. I mean, we obviously like pay for our apartment, we pay for our life, groceries. Like we don't get any help from our parents financially at all, just to note that. Like we're completely on our own. And of course we pay for our expenses, but we don't live a lavish lifestyle. Like when you guys support us on a launch, we take that money and we put it into getting more products for you guys that hopefully you're gonna love too. And it's kind of it's a never-ending cycle of reinvesting our money. And I would say, I think personally that's the way to go. I don't think it's great to take loans from people or to get some sort of startup fund, because it's like you don't want to owe people anything. Like guys, it's just it can be a little bit, maybe if like it was your parents, that's like a different story, but depending on what business you're wanting to start, I think it's really great to have that money set aside.
And I think a good tip when you're first starting out is to put all your profits back into the business, because I feel like because you weren't taking so much of the profits and just like keeping it for yourself, you were able to like help the business grow and get more products and like just make the brand that much better.
Expand like what you have. Like I had stickers. I had like the 4 stickers to start, and then I got some prints, and then eventually I got t-shirts, which those, when you move into apparel, that's where it gets way more expensive, especially too if you're paying someone to screen print. Apparel is not cheap. I mean, we just placed a huge order. Like so much money, guys, and it's
expensive.
It's risky. It's still scary, honestly, to this day, because we order new designs, and it's like, well, I hope these sell well. Like I just
a lot of money.
Hope. I feel like we've talked forever. I don't know if we have, but I feel like we have. So I feel like I talked a lot.
You answered like 2 questions.
2.
It's fine.
I could talk about it so long, and that's why I feel like if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want us to do more of them, comment down below for real, or like if we should pick different themes. Like I noticed a lot of people asked about taxes. I did not dive into that in this video because I feel like that just takes a bit of oomph to talk about. So,
but we always love talking about the business.
This business literally changed my life, and so thank you guys. Seriously, I don't know, I can't even talk. I love it so much, and you guys, and this is like the biggest blessing ever. So thank you so much for supporting us and like asking questions and watching this video, like everything. Just thank you for even caring about us at all. We love you guys.
Thank you.
And we're definitely thankful, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here, because we post 2 times a week, guys. 2 times a week.
2 times.
What days, Devin?
Monday and Thursday.
Yep, and we haven't missed a day.
I
I'm
remembered.
proud of that. I know, I'm like, do you know? Talk to you guys in our next video. Shop is live, and we're shipping
We're
your
getting
orders.
closer and closer.
And we're like, thank you for supporting us. Bye. Bye. Love you guys.